Na srcu leži jedna stara koja neće izgledati nigdje, pa se srce pita uvijek bez nje živjeti.
Arrived in St. Louis on a very hot and humid June 12th of 1999. Culture shock, yes.
I remember when we just like arrived to the JFK, there was like a African American policeman yelling at my uncle who came to pick us up, and he started yelling back, and the dirty city and so many people and the crowdness and the way how they draw, like it was so fast, it was so unbelievable. And then we were like turning around the corner because he was living at Manhattan, and there was like a yellow cabs and such a mess.
And then when we first moved here, it was so humid, it was so hot, you didn't know anybody, you didn't know the country, you didn't know the language perfectly. It was hard. It was a shock. Probably not as much of a shock as my parents were in, but it was a big shock.
And we came to the house, and the apartment was like a duplex, It was so nice. I love that. I was like, cool, this is like American dream.
Started going to Forest Park, to KSL, as I mentioned. I had taken some English classes while I was in high school in Germany, but at that time, you're a young kid, you don't really think you're gonna use it a whole lot. But it started falling into place when we moved over here. It was, I guess, subconscious that I actually did know a lot of English words.
Cultural shock from the environment, from the, from language, starting from the language. I didn't even know. I remember I went to the store to buy myself a cigarette. And I was like passing by, and the guy told me hi. I got so scared, I was shaking, and I ran straight back to my, to the apartment, and I was like, somebody told me, I was telling my uncle, I was like, somebody told me hi. He was like, yeah, probably a guy. And I'm like, yes, but what does it mean? And he said, well, hi is a hi, ciao. And I was like, oh, okay. I was so scared.
Bilo mi je vrlo neobično u odnosu na Evropu.
Everything was very different. It was unusual.
Ali recimo nakon 12 godina da smo se privikli, naučio sam ovdje.
And we lived here for 12 years, and now he says he's used to it.
Whatever you try to do, they ask for experience, they ask for the language, they ask for many things, and you just have to start from the bottom and build up.
I think a year or two later you realize, wow, this is a country where they right away gave me permanent residence. They said, you can stay here if you want, you can become a citizen if you want, you can vote if you want, you can become the mayor, you can become a senator if you want, you can become whatever except the president. I still got to be a natural born citizen, and I think my buddy Arnold Schwarzenegger was fighting that, but I don't think he made it. And I realized this country is great. It's probably one of the greatest countries in the world. If you want to achieve something and you've got the drive, you've got the intelligence, you can do it.
Dosta različito, sve pozitivno, što sam ovdje naučio.
Yeah, he's learned a lot actually here.
A lot.
And everything, all the encounters, all the things that have happened have always been positive since we've lived here. So it was pretty good.
Does ima dosta too much food.
Yeah, there was a lot of foods that he got used to. Like, believe it or not, we don't have donuts in Bosnia.